Let's get the crafting table out and make some custom recipes. Minecraft modding courses with close to 100 topics ranging from custom tools and armor to custom block entities all the way to custom mobs, linked in the description below. Alright, we find ourselves back in Jelly once more, and in this tutorial we're going to be adding custom recipes to our mod, and you're going to be amazed that this is actually more straightforward than you might think. If you are vaguely familiar with data packs, then you might have already seen this, because we're going to be making JSON files specifically for recipes, and those are data JSON files. So those will not go in the assets folder, but in the data folder. So in the resources right here, we're going to right click, new directory called data. Inside of there, we'll make a new folder called tutorial mod, or whatever your mod ID is. And then lastly in there, we're going to make another new directory called recipes. Very important is recipes. Make sure to write this correctly. If there's a typo in there, it's not going to work. There are, of course, many different types of recipes. Let's first of all take a look at the shapeless recipe. That is going to be the recipe where you can put one or more items into the crafting grid in any combination, and they will basically give you the recipe. In our case, we're going to use this to put in the ruby block inside of the recipe grid to get out 9 rubies. So in the recipes folder, we're going to right click new JSON file. This is going to be called the ruby underscore block underscore from underscore ruby. Now, you can call your recipes however which way you like. You can call them whatever the result is. You can call them things like this, or you can call them, basically nonsense, whatever you want to do. However, be consistent in this. That's the most important thing. So let's create this and let's see how this looks like. I'm going to type this out and I'm going to explain as we go along. So first of all, of course, we're going to have a type. Now the type, as I've said, can be many different things. This one is going to be Minecraft : crafting underscore shapeless. And this basically just means that, well, you can put them into any shape that you want and you're going to be fine. The category over here is going to be category building. This will determine in what category the recipe is displayed in the recipe book. Then we have to define ingredients. Now this ingredients here is going to be a list. So it's going to be one of those brackets here, and then a JSON object being signified by the curly brackets. And this is going to be the item that we have to put into the crafting grid. In this case, tutorial mod : ruby underscore block. Then after the ingredients list over here, we want to then define the result. And this result is once again a object over here. First of all, saying, hey, we want to return an item here. This is going to be tutorial mod : ruby. And then we also want to return the count, and the count is going to be 9. Awesome. That is the general idea of a shapeless recipe. Nothing too crazy. If I were to add another ingredient in here, so let's say the raw ruby block, for example, then what I would have to do is I would have to put in a ruby block and a raw ruby block inside of the crafting grid in any type of situation I want. I could put the raw ruby block at the top left corner and the ruby block on the bottom right corner, or in any way, shape, or form. It works in the 3x3 grid or in the 2x2 grid. Either one would work, so do keep that in mind. But in just a moment, I will also show you all of the vanilla recipes, which basically means that any type of recipe that you're like, how does this work? You can always look at the vanilla recipes and you will be able to figure it out in less than a minute. But first of all, let's create the reverse of this. So that would be a shaped recipe where we have to put in 9 ruby to get out a ruby block. And that's going to be another new recipe in the same folder over here. This is going to be the ruby. Well, that means that the name over here is actually wrong, isn't it? Well, let's rename it. To rename the JSON file, click on it, press Shift F6, and this is going to be the ruby underscore from ruby underscore block. There we go. That is the right name. And the other one is now going to be called ruby block from ruby.json. There we go. That makes more sense. Yeah. So the contents of this are going to be a little more complicated, but once you understand what everything means, you're going to be like, oh, that's actually not as bad as I thought. Once again, we're going to have a type. The type here is going to be Minecraft : crafting underscore shaped this time, because we have a shaped recipe now. The category over here is going to be miscellaneous, so MISC. We then have a pattern defined, and a pattern is once again a list. This list consists of 3 strings over here. And those 3 strings represent the crafting grid. So basically, if I were to do the following, I fill this with hashtags over here. As you can see, this is now a 3x3 grid, basically showing the crafting grid. Keep the middle one a space. That would mean that all of this has to be filled except for the middle. Basically the same way that a furnace is being created when you put a cobblestone all around and keep the middle one empty. And that is literally what this means. You can put in however many characters you like and whatever many characters you want. And what do those keys or characters mean? Well, we have to define those with a key over here. So that's going to be a hashtag. And what does that represent? Well, the hashtag represents item, and the item is tutorial mod : ruby. That is what the hashtag here represents. Once again, if you want multiple ones, you can just define it right here in the key again. So, S could, for example, be Minecraft stick or something like that, right? And then when you put an S in here, then it would require a stick. So it's pretty straightforward, all things considered. And then after the key over here, we once again want a result. And the result here in this case is going to be the item of tutorial mod Ruby underscore block. Awesome. So those are 2 example recipes, one shaped, one shapeless. But you might say, well, how do I do blasting? How do I do smelting? How do I do smithing? How do I do a campfire recipe? I don't know, Kaupenjoe, tell me. And because I can't answer 1,000 comments all at once, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can do it. I'm going to help you show how you can help yourself. And that is with the external libraries. So you're going to expand the external libraries and you're going to go down all the way until you see this list that all looks the same. And then 3 up from that, you're going to find the merge project root. So this is going to be Minecraft merge project root 120.1 or whatever your version might be. And then Minecraft MC yarn and so on and so forth. And you're going to expand this and you will see assets and com and data, and in the data folder, you're going to expand this one. And in Minecraft, you're going to expand this one. And look at this. Everything here available to you under the recipes. You're going to expand the recipes folder and look at this. Every single vanilla recipe available, ready for you to take a look at. How do I get copper ingot blasting? There it is. Copper ingot from blasting deep slate copper ore. Double click, bam. There it is. Easy enough. Copy it over. Change whatever you need to change inside of it. You're done. Bam. Cooked rabbit from campfire. Easy enough. Campfire cooking over here. You can change the category, change the cooking time, change the experience you're going to get, whatever ingredient you have to put in, and whatever result you might get out of it. Bam. Done. That is literally all you need to do. You can even go as crazy as just copying over the recipes. So for the sake of argument, let's copy over the blasting raw copper in the smelting raw copper over here. So we're going to just select the first one, hold Control, and then click on the second one. We're going to then hit Control C to copy them. We're going to get all the way up back to our own recipes folder, paste them in over here. We just need to change the names and the contents. So once again, click on this, press Shift F6. This is going to be the Ruby from blasting raw Ruby in this case. There we go. Refactor this and then change the name of the other one as well. This is going to be, once again, the Ruby from smelting raw Ruby. Awesome. And then we just need to change the contents. So here the group should be probably Ruby. I think that makes a lot of sense. The ingredient is not going to be Minecraft raw copper, but it's going to be tutorial mod raw underscore Ruby. And the result is also going to be tutorial mod Ruby. There you go. That should be pretty self-explanatory. And for the smelting one, well, same thing applies, right? The group should probably be Ruby. And the ingredient should be tutorial mod raw underscore Ruby. And once again, the result is going to be tutorial mod Ruby. There you go. And that's it. With the vanilla recipes available to you, any type of recipe, how does it work? How can I make my own the slab recipe? There you go. That's all that there is to it. That's the customer slab recipe. Now, some recipes have something that is called a tag. So when you look at the chest, for example, it takes in the tag of Minecraft planks. Now, if you see this and you copy this over and you replace it with your own item, that is not going to work because, well, it's looking for a tag and not an item. So if you were to change this, you would also need to change tag to item. So keep that in mind. We're going to be talking about tags and what they are in a future tutorial as well. So no worries at all. Well, yeah, those are recipe JSON files. So let's jump into the game and craft some of our custom recipes. All right, found ourselves back in Minecraft and let's take a look. Can I put the raw ruby in here? Yes, I can. Can I smelt it? Abso-freaking-lutely. Similar to the blast furnace, I can also do the same thing. And then here, when I put the 9 ruby in there, I get a block of ruby. And of course, I get the reverse as well. Absolutely no worries. It even shows up in the recipe book over here, as you can see. This shows up in the building. This shows up in the miscellaneous. That should probably be reversed, but at the same time, that should be a very simple thing. Just changing the category, and you can see here, bam, this one also works, and this one also works, which will also unlock those in the recipe book here as well. So that is freaking awesome. Yeah, and with that, we got some custom recipes. Highly recommended to just play around with this a little bit and, you know, basically just add some custom crazy recipes for your own mod or just to test it out, basically. And in the future, once again, we will see a much easier way to do this to basically, well, generate a whole host of those custom recipes over here in a matter of seconds. Seconds, I tell you. But that's going to be for this tutorial right here. And next time in this video right here, we're going to be discussing loot tables and especially making things drop from our blocks. Hope to see you there. So yeah.